Hello there. Hello. Hi. Hello. How are you? How are you today? How are you today? Hello. Hello. My nail polish is greatly chipping. Hello. Hi. Hi, Melissa. Alyssa. And for today's video, we are just going to soft speak. Do a little bit of hand movements and tap on a variety of objects while I just chit chat and prattle on about stuff. Kind of like a ramble, I suppose. I'll just talk about whatever pops into my head. Maybe about daycare, or children, or stuff happening around here, or like little mini stories. This will kind of be like getting me started on like a story time or type videos that I might do in the future. And this video is brought to you by a very special, well, not a guest, but person who's one of my patrons, but he has also sponsored this video. So it's because of him this is going to be 1 hour long of me soft-speaking and just, doing some tapping and hand movements. Do you guys know who it's brought to you by? I bet you some of you can guess already. It's Porter. And Porter also sponsors the Portal series, weird and wacky episodes that you see here on my channel. So a big thank you to Porter for being such a generous and kind supporter of me and my ASMR, and always wanting me to, create videos. So thank you, Porter, for sponsoring this one. Hope you guys all will enjoy the video. If you guys want to sponsor a video, you can check out my Patreon. You can see sort of like which videos you can like get sponsorships in, like shout outs and stuff, and also custom videos. And also on my Wizio I can offer custom videos as well. Wizio, I've got a couple of special offers going, so it's definitely worth checking them out because I have a little bit of time right now, extra time to do lots of filming, so I can get you your video very quickly. Alright, so we'll just get started now. Thank you for listening to my little self-promo. So I'm gonna show you a few items. This is Panko. I don't know if any of you guys use Panko, but these are like breadcrumbs. They are like Japanese breadcrumbs. And I used to work in a cafe. I used to work like in a catering restaurant. This was many years ago, like 2012, 2013, something like that. And look at the shrimps. And so when I worked there, it was the first time I learned about Panko. And my coworker, she we did like prep, like we prepped up, different ingredients, like mixes, salads or mixes for different types of sandwiches, or like we made like vegetable platters, charcuterie platters with like meats and cheeses and stuff. I actually really liked it. She taught me a lot. Like she helped me make really pretty platters, with folding stuff, and we would put flowers on it and stuff would look really pretty. I actually might have a few pictures I can just insert here to show you because they are really beautiful. She always did them way better than me, of course, but I learned how to kind of make some fancy stuff. Actually, when I worked there's a little bit of a gruesome story. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, first I want to talk to you about this place and Panko, and then I'm going to tell you about something bad that happened to me there. But anyway, so she used to make these chicken strips, and she would coat them in Panko, and then we'd fry them, and they tasted so good. especially when you dip them with Frank's hot sauce. Delicious. It was so good. Yeah, so that was my first experience with Panko, and so now I always have Panko at home, like just in the shelf on the pantry. I do it for like breading, so if I bread some chicken, or I add a little bit of this into the burgers, like the burger meat, to kind of bind it. So I like it. It doesn't have like a strong flavor or anything, so it's just more like to give it crunch, so you have to flavor it up with salt and pepper and some spices. It's actually even good if you roast potatoes and you season the potatoes with like maybe a bit of garlic salt and rosemary, and then you just put a little bit of oil and a little bit of breadcrumbs to give, and then bake it in the oven, and it gives a little extra crunch to the roasted potatoes. So that's Panko. Now, while I tap on something else, I'm going to talk to you about a story that happened to me when I worked there. So this, I got hurt. I hurt myself. So if you're kind of squeamish, you don't like to hear about like squeamish things or like blood and stuff, then just skip forward a little bit past this part of the story. So basically what happened was I was using the meat slicer. So we would slice all different kinds of meats, you know, salami, ham, chicken, prosciutto, whatever. We sliced up all the meats fresh, right? We would cook like the turkey, we'd cook chicken, we'd cook roast beef and all that stuff, and then we'd have to slice it. So I was slicing the meats like I did any other time, and I can't remember exactly why, but I didn't put the guard on, or I put my hand under the guard. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why I was so silly. So when I was cutting, I cut my thumb and I sliced off a piece of my thumb, literally like right over here. It was on this hand too. I just went the little corner here and the nail was gone. And yeah, that was the biggest like injury I ever had. I freaked out. And so the owner, she like checked on me. I think she took me to the hospital, and I think she paid for my cab to go home, and I think I wasn't able to come back to work for a couple days, or maybe it was like a week or something. Yeah, it was pretty gross, and of course I have tons of pictures of that, but I won't put any of that here because it's kind of gross. Yeah, but that was definitely, I didn't like know if it would grow back or how it would look, but now it's many years later, and it's fine. It's completely grown back and everything's fine. So yeah, I definitely learned a lot though working at that place. It's not there anymore. Like I recently went by to see it, and it's like she doesn't have her business anymore, and it's like a taco place now or something. But it makes sense because she did like a restaurant kind of in the front, like a cafe, but she also did catering and events and stuff. And I think she was like not doing so well the last year or so before I left. After I left, I went back to school to study ECE, so that was the last job I had that wasn't related to kids. Yeah, it was an interesting experience working there. Interesting set of people and experiences. Yeah, the boss, I can't say she was my favorite person. I mean, she was nice, but she also seemed a little bit, I don't know, not fake, but just, I don't know how to explain it. She was nice, but she also wasn't. Yeah. This sunscreen is La Roche-Posay. I think this is in French. Comfort. and it's in French, not because I got it in Canada. No. It's because I got it in France. Me and my husband, we traveled last year to Europe, and we visited 3 countries. We visited London, we visited, well, England, we visited Spain, and we visited France. And so we bought this there, and it expires in December, so it's still good for the rest of this summer. I think this was kind of expensive. I remember, actually, we might have gotten it in Spain. I can't remember actually, but it was expensive. In Europe, it was really different because a lot of the stuff, like if in Canada I can just go to the supermarket or something like that, and I can pick up Advil or some kind of like drugs like that, you know what I mean, Polysporin or whatever. I can just go get it. But in the UK or in Europe, the countries we went to, you have to actually go to a specific store to get those things. You can't just find them at the grocery store. So that was so weird to me, because here in Canada you can't just go to the grocery store and buy alcohol. You have to go to the alcohol store. But in Europe you can just buy it in the regular store. So it's like so different. A couple things are like reversed. I had a lot of fun in Europe. I'm glad that we went. We talked about going for like such a long time, and then finally we went. Finally we did it, and goodness, thank gosh we went last year, because no way we could have gone this year. I think I wore this thing over there too. I've got a bunch of pictures on Instagram if you want to see our trip from those 3 countries. But yeah, that's where I got the sunscreen. And I also in Spain tried for the first time dried pomelo, and I loved it. It's so good. It's green, and I found it here in Vancouver, and it's so good. It's kind of bitter, but it's delicious. Now I have some milk, some milk to show you, and this milk is weird to me because I'm not used to having milk that you don't put in the fridge. I always buy milk that you put in the fridge. I never really bought milk that you sit on the shelf. So in Europe we saw some of those as well, and that was just weird to me. Yeah, this one I bought a couple of times during, the pandemic. Well, it's still a pandemic, but when we were quarantined, because I didn't know if they were gonna close the supermarkets or not let you in. So, and I need to have milk in my coffee. I need to have coffee every day, and I need to have milk in it. Milk in it. So I was like, oh dear, what happens if I buy milk and then it only lasts a couple of weeks, right? And what if the store isn't open? So I was like, crap, okay, I have to buy some of this carton milk. Just to keep it on the shelf, as some milk is better than no milk. So I bought this, and then I ended up using one whole carton or box, and actually it wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it, actually. It tasted really similar to milk, especially when you just pour a little bit in the coffee. It was fine. So yeah, I was totally okay with it. It says a unique purification method and a specially designed package maintains Grand Prix milk's great taste, freshness, and nutritional value without refrigeration, as long as the carton is sealed, and then you refrigerate after you open it. So yeah, and this has an expiry date of 2020, the end of this year. So yeah, either I have to use it or it might go to waste, because I mean now everything is fine. We can go to the supermarket as much as we want, but I'll still keep these around just in case. Okay, next I'm gonna show you something me and my husband like to eat for snacks. So we love to have cheese and salsa and chips and watch movies. Yeah, I don't know what your favorite snack is when you're watching movies. I do like popcorn, but I feel like it always gets stuck in my teeth, or like part of the kernel is always like kind of like stuck around here. I don't know if you guys have that problem too, but I just don't like it for that reason. But I like popcorn. It's not that enjoyable to eat. So I like to get this cheese with the chilies in it, and then microwave it, and then put jalapenos inside it. Actually, just talking about it makes me want to eat it, but we don't have any tortilla chips. I don't think we have jalapenos either. I haven't had lunch yet, so anything with food is like yum 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 yum. So yeah, we like to have it with movies, and recently we watched a movie called The Good Liar or something like that. It was with Ian McAllister or something, you know, Gandalf, the Gandalf actor. It was a pretty good movie. I liked it. Laid back, kind of funny, kind of predictable, but I was in the mood for that, so it was fine. So we watched that recently. We also watched a movie called Knives Out, which is kind of like a Clue Who Did It type movie. It was also not bad. Yeah, it was okay. And we watched Jumanji 2, which also that was okay. Sometimes, yeah, there's not like whoa really great movies, but they're okay. Like they do the job. I feel like we watched something else. Let me think. Oh yeah, we watched Gretel and Hansel. That was a horror movie. It wasn't bad. It was good. It wasn't like super scary and stuff. It kind of had like a good music. It painted a very, very good atmosphere. All the shapes and stuff was very artistically done and really nice. Like the triangle shapes and just the shapes of everything they did was really well. The camera angles and stuff, I thought it was quite good. So if you kind of want to watch like a horror-ish movie, I would suggest it. It wasn't bad. The witch was interesting as well. She was an interesting character. I think that's all that we watched recently. Yeah, we were looking at like what to watch. I think we're gonna watch next Ad Astra or something like that. We'll probably watch that one tonight or next weekend probably. And then yeah, we're just gonna look for a couple more movies to watch. I'll just tap on this Nico's food, but I don't really have a story. I want to talk about biking. So recently we got bikes and we've been biking all over the city, like everywhere. Like we're going to every corner, and it's been like so much fun. Like I can't believe how much fun it is to bike outside. There's like quite a few bike paths here and bike areas and streets here in Vancouver. It's a little bit hilly in some areas, so like going up the hill, I'm just like I'm dying, but like I'm building up the endurance for that, and I'm really enjoying it. It's like we've been to like different parks, we've been on like trails biking, we've been down by the beach and the water, like places like I haven't been since I was a kid, really, like where my parents would take me, and it's so exciting to go. We had a picnic the other day. Yeah, and sometimes we take like little like journeys, like we'll go get donuts or something. There's like this donut place. It's not in Vancouver, it's like a city or two away, and like we biked half of it, and then half of it we had to go on the train. But the donuts were so good. They were like filled with cream inside, but not like cheap cream. It was like good cream. They were really good. And going on the SkyTrain or public transit, it's a little bit stressful right now because you don't have to wear a mask, but they strongly recommend that you wear it. So we're wearing it when we go on public transit. So when we were on the SkyTrain, it was like maybe like 30 minutes. It's kind of like hard, like for me to wear the mask. Like it's hard for me to breathe with the masks. Like I think, yeah, I don't know. I just don't really have the best breathing, I think. So I think some people have mentioned in videos too, like, oh, okay, something about my breathing, like I'm breathing heavily and stuff. But it's just the way that I am. Like when I was a kid, I had asthma. I used an inhaler when I was a kid as well. So yeah, and I always feel like stuffy. So it's hard for me to breathe through my nose, so I usually breathe through my mouth. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but like I can't help it. I'm always really congested. And I think maybe a part of that is because I'm allergic to Nico, so his fur is all over, so I think it kind of makes me congested. That's why I have to like wash all the bedding and all the stuff like weekly. I have to wash everything because I'm allergic to him. So and I also think because we live like in a basement suite, it's not like the best air circulation down here either. So yeah, that's why I like really hoping to move next year out of this basement that we've been living in for like 10 years. Actually, I always think it's longer, but I keep saying 10 years, but I think it might have just been like 9, but it feels like 10. Yeah, I got sidetracked. What was I talking about initially? Wearing masks. Oh yeah, so also when I'm wearing the mask, it fogs up my glasses. So like I'm a fast walker. I'm the person that's like walking fast. Like I like to get to where I gotta go, do my stuff, but by the time I get there and I go inside the store, it's like fogging up my glasses and I can't see. Also, they're quite loose. They need to get tightened. So when I wear the mask, it lifts them up slightly, and I've been in the supermarket and they've fallen off like twice. Like if I look down to get something, they fall off. So I'm just like, it's such a hassle to wear them. I don't like the way I feel when I wear it. I don't like to feel like it's very suffocating to me. But yeah, it's just like it's something you have to do right now to protect other people. But I'm really hoping that it's not going to last like the whole year. But I mean, it probably will. The good thing is, at least when I'm biking, I don't have to wear it because I'm not really near anybody. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah, so as a lot of you guys know, I used to work at a daycare, and last November I quit, so I haven't been working since last November. But then I started working part-time. I don't know if I think I only mentioned this in one video or it was just on Patreon, but in like the end of February or the end of January and in around February, I was working again as just like a substitute daycare teacher. So some days I was working 5 days, some days 4, some days 3, it depended. And then I was also taking like an online course for DaVinci, like to practice and learn how to edit my videos and stuff better and whatever. So that's why, like, if you guys notice, like, I put some text on some videos, or like I made my little intro and I was just playing around with stuff. And then but I was also still working sometimes just to get a little extra money. Sorry, I had to restart it. So apparently I can only record like 24 minutes or something, and then it says like, oh, maximum file size reached. So then I had to stop it and start again. I remember I did that once before and the video wasn't there for like 24 hours. So I just have to remember, maybe like every 22 minutes I need to stop and play it again. But yeah, So I was doing that. I was working a bit just to make extra money, so because we're saving for to buy a townhouse or something. And yeah, and then this whole this whole thing happened in the world with this virus, and I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go to work right now. I don't want to take a lot of public transit and stuff. And then actually all the daycares closed where I worked. The organization that I worked, the daycares closed. So then I was like, okay. And then they opened up again at the end of June. I think they opened with a lot of precautionary measures. I haven't gone back yet to the daycare. I actually started applying for full-time work at daycare, so I've been applying now, trying to get full-time work. Hopefully in August I'll start working again, but I chose to choose a full-time position because I don't want to go to multiple centers, and I don't want to be taking a lot of public transit. So I'm hoping that I can just do more biking to work, at least in the summer when it's still a good weather, do a lot of biking. So I'm avoiding public transit and getting more exercise as well. So that's my goal. I've applied to a couple places that are bikeable distance from where I live, no longer than an hour bike there or back. So, and I'm not a fast biker, I'm slow. So I think I recorded it was only 10 kilometers or something. No, 10. I can't remember what it was, 10 kilometers, but it wasn't super fast. It's slower than what Google predicts or Google says you should do. So if Google says, oh, it will take you 20 minutes, and I usually just double it, so it would take me 40 minutes to get there. But anyways, it depends, I guess, where the location is. So yeah, I've applied for some places, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, if I had my way, of course I wouldn't go back right now, because it's even though where I live, we have kind of flattened the curve. We don't have a lot of cases and stuff, and it's pretty okay where I live. But still, I don't want to take that risk and go out and stuff, because my husband doesn't go out. He works from home. So he just started working in June from home, because he also lost his job and found a new job, and luckily this one is a work from home job. My mom, she lost her job too, so she's not working. But my dad is still working. But I worry about my dad because he's really old. He's 65, or he's 65 or 67. And he's a delivery driver, so he drives trucks and delivers meat to restaurants and shops. So he's encountering a lot of people all the time. So it's I'm trying not to really think about that too much. He can't not work because if my mom's not making any money, he needs to make money for the family, for them. But yeah, definitely is kind of something I don't want to think about that really. But anyways, yeah, me and my husband, we've sent my family some money and sent his family in his own country some money as well, because they were in lockdown and they couldn't even go to the stores. My husband told me that his dad said they were eating rice and beans, that's it, for a week because they couldn't go to the store. So yeah, I totally appreciate how it's difficult for everyone in different ways and different situations. So back about the daycare, I've been reading they have tons of precautionary things, the parents can't go inside the daycare, they have to drop the children off at the door. Maximum capacity, I think it's only 35% of children or something can attend. The staff have to do a bunch of cleaning tasks more regularly and try to get the kids to maintain social distancing, which I don't know how they're doing it, because with 3 and 5-year-olds, how are they doing it? Or with 3-year-olds, 2-year-olds, how are they doing it? So I don't know, because I haven't gone back yet, so I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on, you know, if I find a job, and kind of like what's happening in daycares, to give you like an inside story, I guess, once I start working, and tell you like what it's like and how it's different. I definitely do miss working with children though. Like I remember, I think like when I quit, I was just burned out. I guess the experience I had where I was wasn't what I was expecting, and I just burned out. Like I really expected, like, 'cause it was a brand new center and we were all just opening it up together. So I kind of had high expectations that everyone there would have higher work ethic and be really like excited like I was, but that wasn't really the case, and there were just a lot of struggles. And but I loved the kids so much, like I missed them a lot. Like I did go back to visit after I quit. I went and I visited them twice. Apparently I've heard some of them have dropped out now, like the ones who would be going to kindergarten in September, they dropped out. Because I guess they'd only have July and August to finish, right? So I guess their parents are keeping them home. So that means I won't get to say goodbye. Well, I kind of already said goodbye, but like now they're like 5 years old and they're gonna go to kindergarten. So yeah, I don't even know if I'll get to go to the daycare and see them, because you know they're limiting how many people and who can go inside. So maybe I'll just go out the window and like wave to them. I might actually do that. That's actually a good idea. Just so I can see them and like say goodbye. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Rosemary and salt. I like to use this pink Himalayan salt because it's got like natural minerals inside. And I can't remember exactly what I read about it, but this is much better salt than the white table salt and stuff. This is better for you. It doesn't raise your like salt. What is the word I'm looking for? Like your sodium as high. Like this is just better for you. I can't exactly think of precisely what it was, but I should look it up again so I can try to convince people to use it. I try to get my mom to use it, but she doesn't want to switch. It doesn't really taste any different. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Coarse salt. So have you guys been like washing all your groceries when you bring them back from the grocery store? I remember in the beginning, me and my husband were washing everything, like all the fruits and vegetables, the bags of stuff, or we transfer the packaging from the original packaging to like a Ziploc bag. We did that a lot. We don't do it as much now, but I remember, yeah, we were doing it a lot, and he was washing all the fruits and vegetables. I'm actually gonna be, after I do some filming today, I'm gonna be cleaning out my fridge, cleaning out the freezer. Need to just give everything a good clean up, kind of check my inventory. Probably gonna have to do like one of my big shoppings again in the next week and a half or two. That's basically like when I go to the store with my mom. So we go to like the big supermarket, and then I stock up on like, you know, the big packs of meat and like the cans and stuff. Or if I have to buy like a bag of rice, or you know, that's kind of like bulky things, and I get them from there. And then I just do like my regular shopping, like for milk and eggs and like produce and vegetables. every week and a half. Trying not to go out as much now, of course, but I mean, the vegetables and the lettuce can only last for so long in the fridge, and you need to get more. And a lot of the paper products, like, or like cleaning supplies and stuff, like the laundry soap, the paper towels, the shampoos and body lotion, body wash, and did I say toilet paper, paper towels, napkins? We just ordered that from Amazon. So like on the subscribe and save, we have like all those kind of products on there. Today I just added, what did I add on there? Deodorant. I need more deodorant. So deodorant, and I also bought a BB cream that I used before. Yeah, I also get like dental floss from my subscribe and save, and I get what else? Toothpaste and stuff like that, cleaning spray, dish soap, all that disposable stuff I get from Amazon. I haven't actually bought food from Amazon, but the cleaning stuff I do. Sometimes some cat food as well, it depends. I like to go to the PetSmart. I don't know why my eye got itchy. This looks funny. I like to go to PetSmart and like stock up and get like tons and tons and tons of packs, and then just keep them in the house. So I only have to go like once every 2 months, and every time I go, I swear everyone's like, how many cats do you have? Oh, you have so many cats. I'm like, just one. I like to stock up, because like it's not like PetSmart is like close to my house, like it's a drive away. So I don't have a car and I don't drive, so whenever my mom is taking me to do the big shopping, I like to go there and stock up on like the whole box, right? And like probably spend like $120 on cat food and just stock it up. And I have a whole variety for him, because Nico's pretty picky. Like he doesn't like all types of food. Like I don't know if you guys like how your cats or your pets are, but Nico is pretty particular. Like if you give him something chicken in the morning, you can't give him chicken again the next time you feed him. Like if you're doing the wet food, you have to give him like seafood or salmon. Like and then it's vice versa, right? If you give him seafood in the morning, you can't give him seafood again later. He's smart. He doesn't want the same thing. He wants something else. And his favorite is like a chicken one or a seafood salmon one. He's not very keen on beef, but he'll have the beef once in a while. And he's not like mega keen on like the turkey either, but he'll have that a little bit more than he'll have the beef. So I have to always remember, what did I feed him in the morning? But he also really likes to eat, like sometimes if I have a slice of ham or something, he loves to eat that. Or like a tiny little piece of cheese. I don't like to give him too much of that processed food, even though I'm pretty sure the cat food is processed. But like sometimes if I have like whipped cream, he'll like the whipped cream or ice cream, because he likes the proteins in there, like the animal protein in there from the milk or stuff like that. Not from the milk, but there's like a special protein inside animal products, and that's what the cat likes. So like when you see a cat eating something sweet, the cat isn't eating it because he likes the sweet, he likes the protein. There's a special protein in there that cats like to eat. That's why cats are just supposed to eat meat. They're not supposed to really eat vegetables and grains. That isn't part of their natural diet. That's just like what us humans give them stuff. But out in the wild, the cats just eat the meat, right? If they catch a mouse, they're gonna eat the mouse raw, and it's meat. So I know it doesn't sound very nice, but yeah. I also like to give him like cooked chicken or cooked salmon. He really likes those things. I've given him a tiny little piece here and there of the raw chicken breast or the raw salmon, but I don't want to give him that too much, because he's not used to the raw diet. But I have been thinking about kind of changing it over and not using the canned food, because I'm sure it has a lot of like so many things in here I don't even know, like crude protein, crude fat, crude fiber, moisture. There is meat byproducts, fish broth, artificial flavors. See, so there's like a lot of not good stuff in here. So I have been thinking, like, how can I transfer Nico over to like just eating meats, you know what I mean, like whether it's cooked or raw. I'm not really sure how to make that transition because he's an old cat. He's like, you know, over 10 years old. So yeah, don't know really how to make that switch. So here I have some Tim Hortons coffee. I drink this every day. This one happens to be the decaf one. Decaf one here. We also have this non-decaf too. So in the mornings we'll have the non-decaffeinated one, and then in the afternoons, like anything after 12, I just have decaf now. Never used to do that. This is very recent. This is months recent, really, for me. Consistently having decaf, and I can't believe how much I'm okay with it. Like how much I can't really tell the difference, and how much I don't really miss the caffeine. It was more like it's the habit. I want to do the habit of make the coffee, smell the coffee, and have the coffee. But it really wasn't so much about the caffeine. Now I'm learning because I've done this now for months, and I don't feel like I get a headache as much in the afternoon. Like that headache that's like, oh, I need the coffee to heal it. But I do still crave a coffee in the afternoon. The great thing about the decaf is like I can crave it at 5 or 7 at night. I can have it because it's decaffeinated. So that's what I like about the decaf. I haven't really tried decaf at a restaurant or anywhere. I've only tried this one. And these are the little K-cups. Oh, that's funny. I guess I put in one there that's not decaf. So the green lets you know it's not decaf. And it's just a little pot, and you stick it in the machine and you close it. It will puncture a little hole in the middle there, and then the water will go through and go through here and fill up the cup. I like to drink coffee with paper cups. I have some compostable paper cups that I use. I just don't really like it in a regular cup anymore, in a mug. The flavor isn't the same to me. It tastes so much better in a paper cup. I can't quite figure out why. Is it the paper, like the coffee touching the paper versus the coffee touching like the ceramic? Is it like changing somehow the temperature or the smell or even the taste? I don't know what the reason is. Just when I put it in a cup, don't know what it is. I guess maybe it's like not as hot. It somehow doesn't taste as good. Are any of you guys like that too? I can hear a little bit of music. I wonder if my husband turned it up. It's got lots of little dots on there. Lately I've been painting my nails. This one is chipping like I mentioned earlier. Alright. I'm actually using my little pop microphone. I really like it a lot actually since I bought it. It was super cheap. It only costed like, I don't know, 25 bucks maybe on Amazon. And not that I don't like the Blue Yeti, I do, but I don't know why I feel like it's more work to use the Blue Yeti. I don't know why. It's maybe because now I have it on like a tripod. I mean, I could angle it in and have it. It just feels so like large and clunky and like in my way. Whereas this little pop mic is just like a small, tiny little thing. It's a small, tiny little thing, and like everything's fine. Doesn't really get in my way from doing like hand movements. You can like show my face, so I kind of like it. I like it like that. So as you guys can see, I've dyed my hair back to blonde. You guys have probably seen it now in a couple of videos already. So I usually do it blonde like this. like this dirty blonde. This is how I usually have my hair. Like since I was really young, I dyed it like this. So if I dye it dark, then to me it's like, ooh, cool, it's different. But usually I dye it dark once every year or two. Usually like a red, or like I had it like a purple this time, and then it fades out and kind of has like a brownish color, strawberry color. So that's usually what happens, and then I dye it back to this golden color. But I really did like the purple, like when it was dark. I really liked it. I don't know, I felt like it went well with my complexion, and like I could wear like a purple lipstick and have like a nice color of eyeshadow, and it looked good. And then when it faded all out, it kind of still looked nice. I liked it, kind of that, like it wasn't brown but it wasn't red, it was some kind of mix. I was really liking it. That's why I didn't like change it back for like a month or weeks, like 6 weeks or something. Like I had bought the hair dye, but I didn't do anything with it because I was liking it. So I didn't change it. Like when I made videos and then I was editing them, I thought, oh, I like it though. I like the red, the reddish color. It's nice. So it looked good short. So I thought I would keep it on for a bit. And then I finally just, yeah, took the plunge and dyed it back to blonde. So let's see, what else do I have here? I have some stuff here. Oh yeah, I should actually put this on the bike. Actually, yeah, because I don't really have any lights on the bike yet. So I'm gonna have to be putting these lights on. The cat eye. I've been using this just for like videos, but now I probably have to go to the bike. Maybe I should do like a bike ASMR. Then like, I don't have a lot of accessories, but we've got like a little bell, saddlebags, a little pouch in the front so you can stick your phone in. It's velcroed on top. A helmet, of course. Gloves. I have nice gloves that you can see the fingers through. Actually, they're really cool looking. I'll show them to you another time. What else do I have? Yeah, that's it. And then the bike. I found this really cute basket at Canadian Tire. Me and my husband, we bought it. It was so cute. He found it and he picked it. He's not a big fan of baskets, but for me, he was like, that's nice for you. It was like a brown kind of basket. Looked really natural. So we got it, and then we went to the area where we put the bikes. And I'm like, let's just try to put it on now, because how else are we gonna carry it? And it didn't fit. It was too like big. It was touching the wheel just a little. So we had to go back and return it. I was so sad. I really liked the basket. I wanted a basket. And then we looked online for baskets and stuff, but there was nothing that like caught my eye or like drew in my interest or anything. So I'm basketless now. I've got some tea here. This is Lipton green tea, and actually I really like green tea. It kind of has a funny flavor a little bit. Like sometimes I'm not in the mood for green tea or don't really want green tea, but it's really good after you eat a meal. Like I feel like it really cleanses you and like kind of makes you feel better. This is decaffeinated, which is awesome too. It's good for nighttime, or like I said, after a meal. Like if you have something heavy, like maybe you have a burger or like spaghetti and meatballs or whatever else you have that's heavy. This kind of just like freshens you, kind of. I'm also the kind of person I like to have a little bit of chocolate after dinner, especially like a mint chocolate. Like I really like those thin mints, the chocolate and the thin mint in the middle. I kind of want that like after eats. I don't know if you guys know that. My dad used to eat those a lot. My mom doesn't like that kind of stuff, but I guess I get that from my dad. Lipton tea. I guess is that a green tea leaf? It looks like mint a little. It's pretty. I think I have mint in the fridge. I like to, like, I do the fresh prep, so I get lots of like meal prep and stuff. So they kind of look like this, and then I get all the ingredients so I can make these types of things. And sometimes like some of the recipes are really good and I like recreate them or like tweak them a bit. I really like this lemongrass one, actually. It's one of my favorites because I really love this. Like, actually, just looking at the picture, I'm salivating. This is I don't know what to call this kind of dip because it's in Vietnamese. It's like nuoc cham, but it's kind of like, I'll read to you what the ingredients are in there. So it's got rice vinegar, sugar, fish sauce, and chili. And it might have, no, it doesn't have garlic, and it's just mixed up. You pour it over like this pork that has lemongrass and garlic. It's been marinated in that. It's really good. It goes well with the fried egg, and I think it's over rice. Was it over rice? Yeah, over rice and some vegetables. This was really good. I also like one where you kind of get some ground turkey, or you can do ground pork, and you put inside like soy sauce, some fish sauce, a little bit of something spicy like sriracha or chili pepper or something, a little bit of honey or sugar, whatever you like, in a vinegar of your choice. You cook the pork or the ground pork or the ground turkey in that sauce, and then you put that over top of rice, and then you add some Thai basil, some mint. You can put some pickled onions. Pickled onions are so good. Just dice up an onion, soak it in a little bit of rice wine vinegar and then just put them over the top. It adds like a crunchy tartness to the dish and kind of takes a little bit of the heat out of the onion. So it's really, really good. I love it. It's one of my favorites that I got from Fresh Prep. I don't have the recipe with me here, but it's really good. I just love the addition of fresh herbs. Like, adding fresh herbs to your meal really, really enhances the flavor and makes it delicious. Like, I made a couscous and I added a little bit of lemon zest and a little bit of mint, a little bit of salt, and maybe like a smidgen of margarine. I always say butter, but I don't use butter. I use like avocado margarine, and it was delicious. Like, it made the couscous taste so much better and elevated it, like made it more expensive. So it was really, really good. So when people ask me like, what's your favorite food and stuff, I can't give an answer because I like all kinds of food. Like, I like a variety of foods from all different cultures. So the thing I probably don't like the most is like something raw. Like, I don't like carpaccio, like beef carpaccio and stuff like that's raw. I don't like that. I don't like raw fish, like raw sushi. I love sushi, but it has to be like cooked, something cooked inside. What else? I never used to like smoked meat, like prosciutto and stuff like that, because I thought it was raw. And I didn't like the smell of prosciutto. But ever since I went to Spain and I tried serrano ham, it's just smoked, a specialty smoked meat from Spain. And thankfully there's this place here in Vancouver we can get it. It's expensive, but it's so good. It like melts in your mouth. It's delicious. The serrano ham is so good. But don't get it from like a supermarket in like a pack, because I know we tried it in a pack. It was like kind of gross. Ugh. And also prosciutto, like we tried it in a pack and my husband didn't like it at all, so now he doesn't even want to try it from the deli. But I'm gonna make him try it because I want to try it too. But yeah, but serrano ham is so good. I think I even showed a picture of it, or I made a video of it on my Instagram when I was in Spain. And we also ate this sausage called fouet, and it was really, really good too. Luckily we can also find that here, so yeah, so we can have those little treats and memories, and it goes really good with like a nice wine. tastes delicious with that. Gosh, I feel like I've been telling you about my whole life. So, let's see what else I can tell you before I wrap up. I can feel my tummy is getting a little bit hungry. Oh, I've showed this before, but I'll show it again. This is a little packet of cat food. This is one of Nico's favorites. So he loves to eat this. This is probably one of the only things he might double up on. Like, he might eat this in the morning and maybe in the afternoon. But it might just be because some is chicken, some is like tuna and shrimp, and one is like shrimp and one is tuna and shrimp and one is tuna and chicken. So it's like kind of a mix. So maybe I'm not noticing which one I'm giving him, but he really loves these ones. These are called Delectable Stew Lickable Treats. I just call them lickables, but I can't find them everywhere. Like, I can find them at Walmart, but I don't go to Walmart that much, and there's only like one Walmart semi close to where I live, so I can only find it at Walmart and somewhere else. Also, that there's not too many of those stores either. So these are his favorites. They're like got like chunks of the food meat in it, and it's very like saucy, like a stew. Real tuna and shrimp in a sauce. It does say treat, so I wonder if like I shouldn't be giving it to him too often. There's starches and tapioca starch. 350 calories. Whoa, that's a lot of calories in this tiny little packet. But yeah. Basically Nico is like an indoor-outdoor cat. So we leave the window open like a tiny bit. He can go in and out any hours that he wants. So when we finally move out of this house, we are going to try to like convert him into more of an indoor cat. He kind of is an indoor cat now. Like, he really spends most of his time inside, especially like during the day he's sleeping, and even during the evening, like at night. He only goes out like a couple of hours a day really in the night and stuff. But when we move, we're planning on moving to a place that's not as like developed as where we live now. So there's like a lot of trees and kind of maybe like foresty areas. So we're worried that he, you know, will get lost or something will happen to him. More chance for like wildlife over there, like bears and coyotes and stuff. We already get coyotes here in the city, and I've seen one, but that was a few years ago. But yeah, so we're hoping to like, obviously when we move he has to stay inside for like months, so that you're supposed to keep the cat inside for months when you move, to kind of like get the cat to recognize and realize this is their home now, and like get their scent all over. And then after that, we're also gonna build him like a little catio. So it's gonna be like in one window there'll be like this little kind of like a, I don't want to say cage because cage sounds like he's trapped, but essentially it is like a box or something that he can go in, like go from inside to outside and kind of like chill in that box and still be able to be outside and roll around and stuff like that. Like a small one near the window so you can just hang out there and chill and relax and be safe, and then like a bigger one that's connected to a different window, so he will have like a habitat so he can jump up and climb down and like, you know, kind of like run around and be crazy in there. So that's our plan, like what we're hoping to do. And then after like a few more months of that, maybe just let him go out during the day, but when it's like dark he kind of has to stay in the catios, so we know where he is and we know he's safe. And during the day he's like less adventurous, so he won't like try to catch that mouse and go into like the forest or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's our hope, that's what we're hoping, but it's hard to say. Yeah, we're still like thinking about our comfort level with all this. Like, we've always let Nico be a free cat, be indoors and outdoors, because for me and my husband, we we love him so much and we don't want to trap him inside the house. Like, we feel like cats are like outdoor animals and they deserve to have their freedom to go in and out whenever they want. Like, that's just what we've decided is best for us and like our belief, right? So we've always said, like, if anything ever happened to him, we know that at least he lived a good life. He got to go out and come in and be free and do what he wanted. So we've kind of accepted that, you know what I mean? Like, of course, sometimes if we see like a raccoon outside, we have raccoons all over, right? So then I'll close the window and like, okay, you can't go out for like an hour or something because we know the raccoon was there. We'll do that kind of thing sometimes. But overall, kind of just let him be free. But now that he's getting older and now that we're going to be moving, kind of like more worried about his safety and like, you know, he's older, so is he going to be able to like get away from things as quick and stuff like that. So we're kind of adjusting our thinking and our comfort and just deciding what the best course of action is. So that's why we really like the catio idea, so it's not completely taking his outdoor freedom away. But yeah, it's all kind of like just thoughts. I don't know, what do you guys do? If you guys have catios or anything? Yeah. So that's basically gonna be it. I don't know actually how long this is because I had to stop it a couple times, but I think it should be pretty close to an hour, maybe even a bit more than an hour. I really hope you enjoyed this video. A big thank you again to Porter for sponsoring this video. I hope that you enjoyed my soft-spoken chit-chats and random little mini stories. I plan on doing a story time in the future, kind of like just how this one was, basically soft speaking and tapping on stuff, but it would be like one story that I'll tell you. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. This is, like I said, a good video to kind of start me out on, to see how interested the viewers on my channel are about story times. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Porter for sponsoring this video, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day or evening